What if I told you that one of our panelists today essentially has to be wrong? One of them thinks that we have a QB that's definitely going to be the MVP. One of them thinks that their QB is going to be a top 5 guy. They're both in the same division, so I don't know how that would happen. What if I told you that the running back that you need in Los Angeles is not who you think? And what if I told you I know exactly what pick is the absolute nut low for round number 1? Let's talk about it. I'm here with my guys, Ben, Michael, and Adam, to discuss this week's version of What If, episode number 5. If you are familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you are familiar with the What If concept, where we're going to take some outlandish things, if I can say them. We're going to take some outlandish things and we're going to try to make them become realistic. So we're going to give you guys our points. We're going to talk through things and we're going to see what we can come up with. Ben, Michael, Adam, what's going on, guys? How's it going?
It's going good.
Great.
Good. Yep.
All right. Who wants to go first? Any?
I'll go first with
All right,
my
Ben, take it away.
what if. Okay. What if you're drafting the wrong running back in LA? That's right. What if Kyren Williams loses his starting job by mid-season? I mean, he was very productive in 2025. He finished with 259 carries, 1,252 rushing yards, 10 rushing touchdowns, 36 receptions, and 13 total touchdowns. Those are some great numbers. But here's the stat nobody's talking about. He had 55 fewer touches than the season before. So let's think about that. The Rams were already taking work off his plate. When coaches start to reduce touches for a running back, it's usually because they're trying to preserve him, manage his workload, or get another player more involved. And in this case, the other player is Blake Corum. Blake Corum isn't just a backup anymore. Most fantasy managers still think of Corum as a handcuff. The problem with that is the Rams don't seem to view him that way. Last season, Corum posted 145 carries, 746 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns, and more than 5 yards per carry. And maybe more importantly, his offensive snap share jumped to over 30%. That's not a player that's buried in the depth chart. That's a player earning trust. That's a player forcing the coaching staff to find ways to get him on the field. And trust me, being a Rams fan, Sean McVay notices that. I mean, McVay may be changing. He did lean heavily on guys like Todd Gurley and Kyren Williams. One running back, one workload, one bell cow. What if that's changing now? The Rams are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. They have Stafford, Puka, Devontae Adams. Their goal isn't to win in September. Their goal is to win in January, and that means keeping a player fresh. Some projections have it approaching a 50-50 split. And I personally think that mid-season, Corum takes over the role. He's probably going to go for about, 95 carries, 520 rushing yards, 5.5 yards per carry, of 6 touchdowns. So that's what I'm thinking happens. Let's see if it does.
Michael, Adam, you guys got anything you want to add before I jump in?
Yeah, I mean, I think Corum definitely kind of muddies the water there on Kyren. I think value-wise, yeah, I agree with you. Corum's probably the better value. I mean, you get him what is he like in the
About pick
80s,
100, I think.
90s? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to get a piece of that backfield, you can get him there. And, I mean, Kyron's had a lot of touches over the last few years, too. And like you said, I mean, clearly they want to get Corum involved. I mean, they drafted him fairly high for running back. So, yeah, I could see that.
I think that, at their current value, there's receivers that are going around Kyren that makes it tough for me to select Kyren. I prefer Ladd. I prefer Edgebuka. I prefer even Luther Burden a little bit later, Zay Flowers, T. Higgins. I just like the wide receivers in the range where Kyren's going off the board. So typically I'll go receiver in round 1, come back with one of the guys in round 2, Saquon, Derrick Henry, A. Chaney if he falls, Omarion Hampton if he falls all the way to the end of round 2, those type of guys. And then come back in round 3, I typically go with like a Ladd, Brees Hall, Ejbuka, whatever the case is, and I'll skip on Kyren because I know I can get similar. Like I don't see it as Kyren is 1A and then Corum's just an injury away. It's strictly Kyren is 1A and right behind him is like 1AB is Blake Corum. They're essentially what it used to be with Montgomery and Gibbs in Detroit, or what you saw last year with Swift and Monangai. They're essentially just Kyren gets drive 1, Corum gets drive 2. Kyren gets drive 3, Corum gets drive 4. I mean, it's pretty much a 54-46 type split. And when that ADP gap is 80 picks, I'm going to take the latter, each time. So I'll just take Corum where I can get him. And to me, he's the preferred pick. I think both of them, if you're going to be picking any of these Rams receiver or running backs, you need to be taking them now, because I think that they're going to move up the board if you see Aaron Donald come out of retirement. If you see Darnold, if you see him join Garrett on this defensive line, I think you see Kyren probably jump to like 22, 23. And I think we do see Corum going like pick 79, pick 80. I just think it changes the offense. It changes the scheme. So I tend to agree. I think Kyren at cost is just not somebody that I'm loving hitting the draft button on this year. Adam, you got anything?
I mean, just to go with you, Randy, I agree with your assessment of that Kyren is 1A, Corum is 1B. There's no difference. Those two running backs are, like I said, they each get their possessions. And when you're splitting timeshare like that, you're gonna run into some issues. And typically the one who is the better pass catcher is going to get the more points, especially in fantasy and with PPR. That is Blake Corum. So, like, if you see, like Gibbs and Montgomery, Gibbs, because he does the more pass catching. Montgomery may be the true bell cow running back, but the athleticism and agility goes to Gibbs. And the same with Corum on this one. Kyren Williams is getting older. I don't know his exact age, but Corum is just coming in year 3, I think, or year 4. So
I think they're like 28, 24. I'm just pulling it off the top of my head.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like you said, this could be a run heavy team if Aaron Donald decides to come out of retirement, which I still think he will. But irregardless, Corum does get plenty of touches and plenty of workload now. Started this last season, and it's not going to change. If anything, it's going to become more of the norm. And I don't see that you need to go and get Kyren Williams desperately early when you can get Blake Corum and get equal to just slightly less production, possibly. Production, probably maybe more. Points, maybe just slightly less, depending on who gets the touchdowns on goal line situations. But here, I think towards the end of the year, last year, Corum was the one getting those until he got hurt in the Atlanta game. So, but that's what I got.
So I do have a fun fact for the group, since none of us know anybody's age. They're actually both 25 years old.
You said what?
They're both 25. Corum's about 4 months younger, but
I had the 4 part right. I had the 4 part right. I said 28, 24.
Yeah.
Kyron's got more tread on his tires, though. I mean, he may be 25 , but he's not. Yeah,
he's got some grandkids running around out there by now. For sure.
Yeah, he has more tread in the NFL, is what you actually want to say. Yeah,
correct. Yes.
Yeah, because he's been playing for 4 years for Corum's too. So I mean,
and that leads me right into my next point, guys. And honestly, Adam and Ben have no clue what I'm about to talk about. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in next because I'm still kind of pissed off about it from yesterday. Michael messaged me on the side. He was like, hey, let's jump into some drafts. I should have told him to F off, but I didn't. And I was like, yeah, man, let's jump into some drafts. That sounds fun. I don't have anything going on. So we hop into 2 drafts. I got pick 11 and pick 11. And I can honestly say that it felt like I got kicked in the nuts twice. And that led me to change my topic for this week's show, because I think that the absolute nut low worst draft pick that you can have in round 1 is pick 11. First glance, maybe pick 11 looks like a great place to draft. You get 2 selections kind of close together. You get the 111, you get the 202. So it feels like, hey, I can start my team with 2 elite players. But then the problem becomes that you already missed on the true difference makers at the top of the board. Gibbs, Bijan, Puka, Amon-Ra, CD, if you want to count CMC. I don't. Lamb, all those kind of guys are already gone. By pick 11, the players with the strongest combination of projection, ceiling, secure volume, they're just gone. And you're selecting from the next tier guys, the Saquons, the Genties, the Cooks, the Derrick Henrys, the Brock Bowers, where the players are still very good players, and I want those guys on my teams, but maybe not at the earliest that I could possibly take them. I don't think they separate from one another in that range. And the second problem becomes the illusion of the turn, right? Okay, yeah, you have pick 111 and pick 202, and sure, they're close together. But really, pick 12 controls what happens with those selections. The manager that gets to make 2 consecutive picks is in control of what you can do at the turn. That manager that has pick 11 has to not only make good selections, but they have to correctly predict what's going to happen behind them in each time the turn comes back around. So do you take the player that you're getting the value on, or do you take the player that's most likely to be selected by pick 12 if you don't take them? One incorrect decision, like I had yesterday, can ruin your entire draft. There was a moment where I needed Lamar Jackson to fall 2 picks so I could pair him with Zay Flowers, and he got sniped. There was a guy who took Baker Mayfield later on in the draft, sniped. There was a point where I needed Sam Darnold because every QB on the entire board was already off the board already.
Sniped. That never feels good. Never feels good.
All 3 of those situations completely unstacked. So absolutely just kicked in the nuts repeatedly yesterday during those drafts. And then you get to the point of like the long wait. Sure, you again select at the 101 or 111 and the 202, but you don't pick again until the 311. So you're waiting essentially 2 full rounds to have the disappointment kick you in the nuts. If there's a positional run, you can't stop it. If QBs start flying off the board, there's not a damn thing you can do about it until the 311. Also, you shouldn't be taking quarterbacks that early, which go check out the video we're about to post on Monday of this week. And we'll tell you why you should take QBs that early, but later in the draft, you're going to wish that you were in the middle so you could jump in on some of those runs. If you have a stacking partner and QBs start to fly off the board, you might not get another opportunity to get your stacking partner and the QB on the same team. If a major value falls, another manager is usually going to scoop it up before it gets to you at pick 11. Pick 11 repeatedly forces you to make 2 decisions at one time and then essentially sit helplessly through the long gap for the 2 rounds until it gets back to you. It reduces your flexibility in your rosters. It makes stacking more difficult. It increases the chances that you're going to make one damn stupid decision and pick somebody that you wish you hadn't, or you're going to skip out on somebody when you wish you would have taken them. The middle draft slots can react to the room throughout the draft. Pick 11 has to predict what's about to come over the next several selections in advance. So while opening pair might look kind of enticing, which I don't think it does this year, the full draft experience will feel like you've been run over by 3 buses simultaneously. You're going to miss out on the top players. Pick 12 can attack you and really just shut down your draft if they decide they want to snap you the entire draft. And for me, that's why pick 11 is absolutely the worst thing that you could have happen to your best ball team in 2026. And if I didn't make myself clear,
I don't think I can disagree with you after watching it yesterday in live. It is funny. If you get to watch somebody you know have pick 11, it's so great. The disappointment turn after turn.
I mean, it pissed Ben off so much he left.
I don't
He
blame
left
him.
the stream.
He was probably drafted. He got pick 11. He's like, I just give up.
The sheer fear of just having that pick. I mean, it's ruined families. I mean, it's just you can't. Oh, now he wants to come back in.
No, it was good.
I was getting tired of pick 11 talk. So
Until you've had it, you don't know.
It's so bad.
So bad.
hey, I would do. I mean, in an earlier video, we talked about James Cook. So I would pick James Cook and Brock Bowers probably 1, 2.
Yeah, but like I've seen CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson go at the 10 and the 15. Like, if you tell me I get CD and Justin Jefferson or James Cook and Brock Bowers, it's not even remotely a conversation.
Yeah.
I think for there's 2 teardrops for me in round 1. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gibbs, Bijan, Puka, Chase, and JSN. Then if you want to pick CMC, I don't. You can get CMC, Taylor, Amon-Ra, Jefferson, Lamb. And then 11, you're just like,
what am I
doing with my hands?
What am I going to do?
That's why it's always good to have James Cook a little higher on your board, so you squeeze yourself to 11 picks.
I mean, if you squeeze James Cook at 11, I mean, he's there. But
I mean, that just makes you, Michael, that just makes you feel better about yourself since you have him like ranked number 9. You're like, yes, I got him at 11. You know?
Exactly.
I mean, if I squeeze a fart out, it makes me feel better, but I don't like it happening sometimes because then other stuff comes out, kind of like James Cook, and then I'm stuck.
Hear me out. When you watch the devastation of what happened with the 11th pick yesterday, you expand your tier just a little bit to get one more guy in there so you feel better.
Dude, it hurts so bad. Like, you know how like usually when you draft, you're like, all right, that wasn't that bad. It was kind of, or you walk away. I walked away from one draft it was Thursday night. I got 248 ADP value on the draft score from the solver, which is higher than I've like ever seen. 248 picks of value. I looking at the ones when I got pick 11, it was like 16, 4. So like usually I'm taking the top guy, you know, whether it's the top guy on my ranks, top guy ADP. I'm trying to like mesh some kind of difference between those two. I just could not catch traction. If I had something lined up, it was killed every time. Try it. I wouldn't recommend it.
Sounds horrible.
It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of me and my complaining. It sounds like you all haven't had that experience yet. When you do, I hope you come in and you crash out on whatever show we're filming at that time. All right, Michael, Adam, who wants to jump in there third?
Well, Adam looks like he's not too eager to go, but let's say this does happen to you. You get the 11th pick and you go, man, I really need to build this roster later. So what if I can get you a top 5 quarterback late in your drafts with the ability to construct a roster throughout this draft fairly easily, really, based off where the players you need go? I'm going to go ahead and talk about Bo Nix. I know a lot of – for some reason, his ADP is 112 to me, which is absolutely – I really don't understand it because, I mean, his ADP is lower than guys like – I mean, you got Kyler going above him, Purdy's going above him, Goff. I mean, Jordan Love's going above him. And you're talking about a quarterback that's finished 7th in scoring the last 2 years, each year 7th in Bo Nix. And you look at it too, you can get him so late. I think Nix is going anywhere from like 9th to 11th round. I think yesterday or the other day we saw him go like 140 or something like that. That's crazy. But the ability to get Nix later in the draft gives you a little bit of flexibility with being able to stack your roster because all of his players that you need to stack with him, they're going kind of middle or later. I mean, I think Waddle's the highest player, and I think he's like 4th round. So you look at your draft and how it's falling. Let's say you got Waddle out there, you grab him, or maybe later you wait for Sutton or Harvey, and you get those guys. Well, then you've got the option to come back and get Nix later in the draft. And honestly, he's in year 3 of Sean Payton's offense. Like, he's gonna be a stud in that offense. I know he broke his ankle in the playoff game, but everybody acts like he left his ankle and foot on the field when it comes to drafting him that late. What if he is top 5? And I do think he'll be top 5. He's got rushing ability. He's going to have 2 stud wide receivers and Waddle and Sutton out there. Like, he's going to score points. And it just blows my mind that everybody is letting him fall to the 10th round. So ultimately, like, to me, it's the perfect quarterback to just pinpoint and save there because he does give you flexibility with your team. I mean, heck, you can get, I think, Evan Ingram later. Not that I'd love to just sit there and pair him with Evan Ingram, but you've got options that you can pair with him. That might score you a few points. So at the end of the day, like, for me, I like Bo Nix as a swing to get the top 5 this year. I mean, he's been 7th the last few years, so why not? That's my take on Bo Nix.
I mean, I heard of Evan Ingram, so I just kind of like cashed out as soon as I heard Evan
that's
Ingram.
if the draft went really bad and you just couldn't get anybody else early in the draft. But
I mean, my draft went pretty bad yesterday, and I wasn't that desperate. You know what I mean? Like,
but ain't nobody even have him.
I think Nix is a good pick where he's going. There's a lot of quarterbacks that I like that are in that range. Shuck, Baker, Nix, Jordan Love's fine, but playing Houston in Week 17, come get it if you want it.
But he's getting a wide receiver 1 in Waddle, and he kept Sutton. You're telling me you don't think there's any boost in that? He's finished 7th both the last 2 years.
It's not really even about Bo Nix. I mean, when I saw Bo Nix play at Auburn, I thought he was straight trash on me. But then he grew on me a little bit at Oregon. He definitely grew on me the first couple of years in Denver. It's not really so much about Bo Nix. It's just I don't see – if I were projecting the top 5 quarterbacks for the 2026 season, fantasy-wise, I'm going to go Allen 1, Lamar with a huge bounce back 2. I'm going to go Burrow 3. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels 4 or 5. But then there's like a clump of players, and I just don't know if Bo Nix can get over those guys. Caleb looked pretty damn good last year. You got May. You got Hurts. You got a ton of guys that I'm just like, I don't know if I see Bo Nix outperforming. Even though I don't really like Jalen Hurts from a quarterback perspective. I mean, I know he's got Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff, but like if you said, hey, we'll give you – I mean, for my team, Hurts would be freaking amazing. I'd take him in a second. But, yeah, I don't know if Bo Nix has a fantasy ceiling that can keep up or catch up with a guy like Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts.
Well, I just feel like, too, if you look at it, you just have a lot of creativity with your roster. If you're sitting there thinking, like, okay, I'll grab Bo Nix later, like, you can get his options later. Like, you don't need to be like, oh, man, I missed CeeDee Lamb in the first, or I couldn't get Pickens in the second. Like, Waddle's 4th round. I think Sutton's like 6th round. Harvey's been like 8th. Like, you've got the ability, like, if you're sitting there trying to construct a stack, it's a pretty cheap stack to get compared to some of the other ones. And
I say everything that I just said, but I have 13% Bo Nix. So, like, I'm 8.3 is with the field. I'm at 13%. So, like, I definitely like – now, he's not – I have 21% Kyler, 20% Jaden Daniels, 20% Mahomes, 17 Dart, 17 Tyler Shuck, 15 Baker Mayfield, and then Nix and Purdy. But, like, I just – essentially, I'm taking no Josh Allen, and I'm going to be over the field on every other quarterback. So, like, I love if Bo Nix falls to me at 115, like, I auto-click.
I think the biggest takeaway is Bo Nix, from a value standpoint, is probably the highest value QB to me based off where he's going. Like, he's got the ability to get himself to top 5. Like, he's been on the fringe the last 2 years. But he's got 13 to 17 other QBs being taken ahead of him in every draft.
I think Tyler Shuck or Malik Willis have to be like the highest upside for where they're going.
Yeah, but Shuck's going 4 spots less than Nix.
And he should be.
I think Shuck's upside is higher than Nix, honestly. Just because the defense for Denver.
Yeah, and if you look at roster construction too, like creating stacks, if that's your thing you want to go for, I'm throwing out another blind QB resume here. QBX had 4,300 total yards last year, 31 total TDs, 11 interceptions, top 10 fantasy QB finish, and QBY had 3,931 passing yards, 25 passing TDs, 11 interceptions, and added significant rushing production.
I mean, QBX is obviously Jamarcus Russell. So like, who's QB1?
Obviously.
Obviously,
Justin Herbert.
No, QBX is Jared Goff. QBY is Bo Nix. I personally would, and QBX, Jared Goff, is being drafted after Bo Nix.
After everybody for the most
No, he's
part.
going before him
he's
now.
10 spots ahead of Nick's
Yeah,
now.
Goff is like
Now he is?
104, and Nix was like 115, I think, or 12.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I'm just looking at the ADP here. QB 16 or 17 is Goff, and Nix QB 15. So
It may depend on what site. Yeah.
You also might have it sorted by your rank versus ADP rank.
I could, yes. But me personally, I would still take Goff because I like the Lions' offense and create a stack around that more than I do the Broncos.
But the problem with that is if you don't have the first 6 picks, you're not going to be able to create a stack with that offense. You got their two top guys are going in the first 6 or 7 picks. So good luck pairing them.
I would go Jared Goff mainly just for the simple fact of when I'm yelling at my basketball teams, I can be like, "Look at this Jared Goff," and it kind of sounds like another combination of words. And I can't do that with Bo Nix. So for me, it just comes down to like the anger I'm gonna feel.
And I like Bo Nix. I was, the 4 of us, very high on him coming out of college. We did a video back in 2024, and very high on him.
Back in the COVID times.
Yeah.
I can concur that is correct. I am not a Bo Nix hater, although I of having him in the hundreds probably.
You sound like you're everything that you're saying is coming through T-Pain's auto tune right now. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, really?
You've become pixelated at this point.
Why?
You look more like Minecraft than you do. Keep trying to talk, though. It's working.
Practicing that.
Is it working or no?
No, it's not working at all.
No, that's not really working.
Some technical difficulties. The Bo Nix slander will not stand.
I don't know what
I'm slowly
has moved
shutting
in.
everybody's stream down until I get what I want.
I feel like we're here.
The good news is we left him to give his point forth, and now he can't talk.
I can't say.
I'm just going to summarize what he's going to say. He's going to say Bo Nix is probably my number 1 QB. He's the most elite QB on my board. I'd take him ahead of Josh Allen. Now, I might get him on that Josh Allen part because he does not like Josh Allen. So.
That is true. Yeah.
Did that fix anything?
No, you did not fix anything. I think you have the original computer. I think that might be the problem. Like you have whatever, like the room size 1980s computer, I think is quite literal. Now you're moving.
We're moving again.
Hey, there you go.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Spiritually.
Turns out I had 1 tab open, not this one. 1 extra.
That'll do it.
Who knew?
I mean, it feels like we've talked about this.
I know. Yeah. I didn't realize I had 1 tab open. Okay, short and sweet. I don't hate Bo Nix, but I'm not a believer. It's just not happening. He is not going to. He's going to have a better year this year as far as consistent wise, but not good enough to be in the top 5.
So he's going to have a better year from 7th, but he will not crack the top 5.
That's. You ever just say something real stupid because you got?
And then
You ever say something real stupid because you just got frozen and you were trying to get back in here and make a point? You're just like, I didn't have anything. So.
7th. He might be a top 7 quarterback.
There's a 6 in there. He could finish 6th.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in one of the toughest, if not the toughest division in football this year. So
it's been in that for 2 years.
It's not the toughest division in football for sure.
No.
Because the only defense he's sitting there playing is on his team.
No. Anyway, we're gonna.
Is this your Raiders? That was a cheap shot to throw your Raiders point out.
I know. I'm about to say that you're high on the Raiders, so that's why you're saying it's the toughest division. Yeah.
Correct.
It's the North. It's the NFC North. The Vikings, the Packers, Lions, Bears. Not even to me, it's not even close.
Yeah. No.
Did you freeze again? Look at that smile. He knows I'm right. He knows I'm right.
Look, I don't have a quarterback in the top 5
Oh, I can't
fantasy
believe it.
because
how
it
long?
can't be, because if the actual MVP of the league
Right.
resides in Kansas City.
We have to record this whole back half.
I'm not editing any of this out.
Am I okay? I thought
No, you're not. Okay.
No.
okay.
No, you're not. Okay.
You might want to put yourself into Ben mode and put yourself
Yeah.
in a thumbnail.
I don't even know how to do that.
Did you open a tab?
That doesn't happen over here.
Yeah, there's something happening. Hands check. 1, 2.
1, 2.
Well, I'm not sure if Adam's going to be able to prove his point. We'll move on to his point. I guess Michael, Ben, and I will try to make this thing work until Adam can get back to where he's human again. Adam's point in this video was going to be that Patrick Mahomes, what if he is the MVP in 2026? I think there's a case for that, but I just don't know how much I believe in that. I think that there's opportunity for him to start week 1. I don't think there's a likelihood for him to be former Patrick Mahomes in week 1. I think we see a 3 or 4 week ramp up for Kansas City. Some things that Kansas City has going for them that they have not had going for them in a while is they're going to play a not first in your division schedule. They're going to have a little bit smoother schedule in 2026. Adam, you back moving again?
That doesn't feel like
Damn, don't jump at me like that. Are you talkative?
I have been good this whole time.
Bro, prove your point before you go offline again. Patrick Mahomes,
Okay,
MVP. Ready to go.
Patrick Mahomes, MVP. He was MVP in 2022 and 2018. You know who his offensive coordinator was at those years?
Mike Jones.
Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy, okay? Eric Bieniemy is back as his offensive coordinator. In those years, Patrick Mahomes scored 417 fantasy points. Both of those years. Patrick Mahomes gets to 417 fantasy points by passing for 4,750 yards, 42 touchdowns, 350 rushing yards, 4 rushing TDs, and 15 interceptions. That gives you that number 417. Obviously, there's a fluctuation. Obviously, he's not going to have that many interceptions, I don't believe. He might have a couple more rushing touchdowns, a few more rushing yards, a few less passing yards, but the TD mark might be right around 38 to 45 this year. Reason I say that is this offense with Eric Bieniemy is going to get him the production he needs to throw the ball with consistent basis reps. He's going to have Kelsey back. He's going to have a receiving core that's not the strongest in the world, but it doesn't need to be. Patrick Mahomes can make anybody look good, especially when he's on his game. He's on pace to be back week 1, okay, from his injury. He's not going to run around that much at the beginning of the year, obviously, but with Kenneth Walker in the backfield, it's going to open up the passing game for him tremendously because he's got the best running back he's ever had in his backfield, ever. And with that, he also will probably sometime around week 6 or 8 get his old buddy Tyreek Hill back. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's Tyreek is probably not going to be any good, or at least not elite, but he'll have flashes.
I think
And that's my case.
This whole case was just so you could drop Eric Bieniemy's name like 14 times.
Yeah, that's all I heard was Eric Bieniemy.
Product placement or something like that.
All I need is him to pass for 7,000 yards, 64 touchdowns, and reinvent Tyreek Hill, Eric Bieniemy.
I ran a season of Madden on rookie the other day. It's very possible. You just gotta air it out.
That's just the numbers that they gave me. That's 417. 417 were the numbers in both MVP years.
Somebody gave it to you?
I about to say who's they? Yeah.
If he gets
he's walking down the street and somebody's like, here. So what?
No, I just hit a Google. They're like, hey, tell me what we got going on. How do you get to 417 fantasy points as a quarterback? And they gave me the Jalen Hurts production rate of more running and less passing, and they gave me the heavy volume passer of Patrick Mahomes.
So let me throw this at you. Let me just throw this at you real quick. First of all, I don't think that the people watching this video will appreciate the fact that Michael, myself, and Ben were able to get Adam out of 1994 last week. This man logged on. Let me throw this at you. Logged on to film our shows off Internet Explorer. So just the fact that he's using Google at this point is a staunch upgrade. It's kind of like moving from like a Cam Ward to a Patrick Mahomes. So we're building. We're getting some momentum.
He's moving
Now,
from Matt Nagy to Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
if you're doing a shot every time you heard Eric Bieniemy, rest in peace.
That's all I got. Anything y'all have with that?
Well, I
I
mean,
think
I
you,
have. Can he win MVP? Yes. Would I bet on him over the field? No. Would I be shocked if he won MVP? Not at all.
I think
all
you
I
fell
need.
out the boat and missed the water. Like, that was a pretty nasty leg injury. It's going to take his rushing ability away. The Chargers defense is pretty legit. Denver's defense is pretty legit. Probably 2 of the top 5 in the NFL. He's going to see them 4 times. Vegas should be a little bit better this year. Not playoff worthy. Don't push it. I don't know. I can just build cases for other people this year that I just think are in better spots as far as him being MVP. Is he a good pick where he is going off the board in best ball? Yeah, I got a ton of Mahomes. But I don't see MVP Mahomes in 2026. I see like probably QB 9 if I was a betting man.
I just think he has the best running back he's ever had in his backfield. So he can lean on a running game and it will open up his passing game even more.
I just think he's only going to have one legitimate option in the passing game. Like, I don't think you're going to see anything Kelsey like.
And he might be in jail by week 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, he's not going to be.
No. Okay, so we thought Jacobs was going to get locked up for life,
Mhm.
but now we're like, no, Rice will play. No.
He
big
gave
deal.
Jacobs the death penalty and doesn't think that Rashee Rice is going to get suspended at all. He put Josh Jacobs at rank 73.
And to be fair, like, it is what if, right? Like, these are hot takes. Like, we don't know, but I think for me, I would like the what if of Mahomes is the 3rd best fantasy scoring QB in his division.
Here we
I
go,
take
Bo
him as
Nix
MVP.
again.
Look, the receiving core that Patrick Mahomes had in 2022 was Juju Smith-Schuster, MVS, Miko Hardeman, Sky Moore, and he still won MVP. With his running backs being Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jarrett McKinnon, and Isaiah Pacheco,
You
which
put some
obviously.
respect on McKinnon. That dude's like a
First
good
of all,
12, 15 points a game.
Kadarius Toney had 12 receiving yards that year. Also,
Forgot about him.
what was Travis Kelce's receiving looking like that year?
Probably like 1,200 yards.
I didn't put in his tight end for that.
Oh, don't worry
Yes,
about that
that's
guy.
real convenient. That's
Yeah.
real convenient. Hold on, what fits in my argument?
Really
Hmm,
good. Hey,
See,
hey.
yeah, I mean, you got to think about, your favorite guy, Josh Allen,
1,338 yards that year.
Seems like a lot.
It might have been a lot.
Yeah.
Also, let me point out too. Another point I had and I did not get it to was because you rushed me a little.
I rushed you, not your internet. But
Was
me personally.
Patrick Mahomes' injury is kind of due to workload. They had played the maximum amount of games for the most part, minus wild card games, for 3 years in a row until he
I
got
think it's
hurt.
because his leg went.
Yeah, well, that too. But with some time off and some rest, obviously the injury, gives you that. I just think he's going to be recharged mentally because again, having to play 4 straight Super Bowls. No, it was 3. Yeah, he won all 3.
Numbers
But
are
still,
hard, man.
I mean, yeah.
Numbers
But
are
I
hard.
mean, you got to play all those games. So you got to play, 17 regular season games plus 3 playoff games at minimum. That's a lot of games to play consecutive years like that. So.
I don't think he'll be recharged mentally because of, who he has to deal with at home. So,
Why you guys?
I'm gonna. It's time for a thought exercise. You guys ready?
Yes.
I'm going to read you the games. Somebody keep a tally. I'm going to read you the games. Somebody keep a tally of the wins. Okay. Week 1, Denver. Week 1, coming off injury, Denver. I don't know who wins that game. It's a toss.
They're both coming off injury, so quarterbacks are.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with defense then. So
Okay,
Yeah,
so then I'll go Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
I'm gonna go with offense. Chiefs.
Yeah, it fits your point again.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, it fits your narrative there. Yeah.
All right. Week 2, Indy. I think they win that one.
Is it at Indy or at home?
It doesn't matter. They could play at my house.
Daniel Jones is also coming.
Well, also, was the Denver game at home or at Denver?
It also doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. That one doesn't matter.
That kind of does matter. But okay.
No, it doesn't.
So
all right.
Denver's
Week
record at
3
home was so good.
Damn, do you get any points for backpedaling? Or Miami's week 3, that's a win. Right?
Yep, 2.
Week 4 at Vegas, probably a win. Although they have faltered against Vegas over the years. All right, week 6 at home, the Chargers. I say they probably win that one.
Okay.
Week 7 at Seattle.
It's a loss.
We'll lose that game. Yeah.
At Denver in week 8.
Okay, losing that one, but winning the first game, I still think. But
No, I think if it was flopped, I like it better. Like if they go to Denver week 1 and then get home week 8.
Okay, because he's healthier.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think a little rusty at home against Denver. I think Denver's defense gets him.
All right, so how many wins are we at now?
I think we're at 5.
4 wins.
All right.
4.
Okay, so here's 5, 6, 7. Okay. New York Jets at Atlanta, home against Arizona. We all agree there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where it hurts. At Buffalo, at the Rams, at Cincinnati, New England, San Francisco, at the Chargers, and then home against Vegas. So how many wins is that if they win? If they win, let's say 50% of that. So we were at 7, 8, 9, 10 wins, maybe 11 wins. Is that enough to get you MVP?
That feels like the ceiling for them too, like based off that schedule. Because I mean, we're assuming they don't drop one to Vegas. Like,
yeah, I think they could easily lose one game that they're not supposed to,
And
whether it
I
be
mean,
at Atlanta.
Yeah, and just like Josh Allen, his offense really hasn't, developed around him at all, except, Kelsey still, but he's falling fast. And Josh Allen actually has the best odds to win the MVP this year. So
Yeah, I think I don't know. All right, let's go around the room here. I mean, maybe this is a good idea for a show. Maybe we should do like a betting show surrounding the future NFL futures. If you had to pick one person to win the MVP in 2026, Adam, who would it be?
The one person to win MVP in 2026.
Mhm.
Come back to me.
Good choice. Good choice.
I like that.
Ben, you got anybody off the top of your head?
Caleb Williams.
Okay. I'm going to go Burrow. I think he has a bounce back year. The defense sucks. I think he's going to pass for like 5,200 yards. Chase is going to stay healthy. T. Higgins is going to stay healthy. More importantly, Burrow is going to stay healthy. I think Chase Brown's going to bust onto the scene a little bit and be that running back we should have been taking at the end of round 1. I think that Cincinnati probably wins 10.5, 11 games, and you see Burrow get MVP.
I'm gonna stick to my guns,
What you saying?
and stick with this what if and say Patrick Mahomes. And I'll tell you why. We just said 11 wins, right? Can that get you MVP? Well, it got Matthew Stafford MVP last year, 11-6. It got Josh Allen MVP, 11-6.
They also had
2 years ago.
Those years nearly.
And I'm saying we're gonna get somewhere close to that. If he scores 417 fantasy points, he gets MVP because history says so.
If my aunt had a penis, she'd be my uncle.
I look at that offense. Where's the 40, 45 in the air going to come from? I mean, okay, Rice gets you 10. Let's say Kelsey has a great year with just touchdowns that gets you 10. Where do the other 20 come from?
tip balls back to Mahomes, and he runs it in with his half a leg.
Double touchdown.
Well,
Kenny
let's
Walker
see.
has been pretty decent at receiving, hasn't he, lately?
I don't think so.
This sounds like more of a Kenneth Walker argument than it did a Patrick Mahomes argument.
No, I have no argument for Kenny Walker.
Before-
a couple arguments for Kenneth Walker in
My
here.
kid Walker, if you see, I don't have him that high.
Before Mahomes got hurt, he threw for 3,587 yards. His completion percent was 62.7%. 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He had a passer rating of 89.6.
Yeah, I don't know what that, because that was with 2 games left when he got hurt.
That was 14 games in.
Yeah, that was 14 games.
Probably-
So three
also
games
hit-
left.
Probably also helps if like the entire offense doesn't have like a TLC match versus each other.
Yeah.
You got Kelsey coming out in week 1 and just saying F Xavier Worthy. And then you got Mahomes just being like, nah, I'm not really feeling your knee, Rashee Rice, and just blows him up.
That was a hell of a tackle, though.
So
Like I
I'm
said, yeah, his offense hasn't gotten any better than last year. I mean, yes, you do bring back the offense coordinator, who's worked well with them, but other than that, I mean, the players just aren't there.
I just think it's going to be a different mindset and different culture change.
I think jalapenos are hot, but that don't mean I'm gonna eat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel you that I feel the what if take. I just like logic just says I can't see it now.
Ben, what's
You
your
might be-
fantasy score for Cyrus Allen? What's your projection score for him?
This is where we're going.
Are you really digging this deep into?
No, I'm just saying.
Rest my
Hey,
case, Your Honor.
With Cyrus Allen's 122 yards and one touchdown.
if you have his
If the
projected
glove
points
don't
for me
fit,
and can tell me, then I can piece that together into the rest of his.
73
Weapon.
fantasy points
So
for the entire
his
year,
wide receiver 7, you're trying to figure out what he's going to do for him.
and I was being
Okay.
generous at 73.
Look,
His fantasy points don't really have. Here, his projection is about 35 receptions, maybe 480 receiving yards, maybe 4 receiving TDs, maybe.
what is this?
All I heard-
Is this like a perfect year?
All I
Yeah,
heard was
I'm about to
bingo.
say,
Ah.
Put me on the spot right there. Well,
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, and all that's maybe a wide receiver 3 role.
Did you move a decimal
Maybe.
point on those?
well, that can't be Patrick Mahomes' number 1 target, then.
Sounds
Come
like a
on.
damn Justin Bieber song now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
I think my point has to be the most likely scenario from what if. I don't know if I don't know
we
if
get
mine
it.
was
The
even a
11th
what if
spot-
take.
The 11th spot sucks. What if you get 11? It sucks. We all know that.
It was just a bad take, I think, from my part. I was just so pissed from yesterday. I was like, I got to get it off my chest. I got to talk about it. I need some therapy from pick 11 twice back to back. But Bo Nix top 5, maybe. Patrick Mahomes MVP, probably not.
I mean, I guess it could happen. I mean, it can happen, right? He's done it before. So,
Don't you go backpedaling.
I kind of like Ben's pick for potential MVP personally, and Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think the Ben selection of the Kyren thing, like it feels like the pick 11 thing where we just picked 2. Like I don't know, are we not going like far enough off the reservation, Ben? I think we probably should have went farther.
Yeah.
I mean,
The fact that you guys
going-
didn't get gutted like me and Adam did, y'all didn't
Yeah.
get far enough off the reservation.
yeah, apparently not.
Apparently, the Sims won this one, baby. I know it's a different show, but the Sims won
This has
this
been
one.
a setup from the get.
I truly think Ben needed to be said because people might be blind to the whole thing and not thinking correctly.
Shit, I was blind to pick 11 and got.
Yep. So same.
But-
Yeah. So you helped
Yeah,
those people out too, Randy, that have pick 11. They'll be like, oh, I just shut my laptop and do auto pick.
Yeah, I would just like maybe if you could get a fork and just whatever light socket is maybe closest to you or something of that nature. Like if it just felt like I was so tilted on stream that somebody asked me on the stream, should we judge you just off this draft? And I'm like, dude, if you judge me off this draft, I wouldn't tune in to watch any of my stuff. Like let me see if I can just pull up while we're on the stream here. You guys take the floor for a minute and then we'll get out of here after this. I just want to pull up what these teams look like so you guys can judge them.
yeah. No, I was just trying with my Kyren Williams thing. Was just trying to help the people out there. With look, it could be 50-50. He could lose his job mid-season. So be thinking about taking Blake Corum. No matter what, no matter where he's at. So because
Yeah.
Blake's gonna have a good season.
People need to know
Michael-
that because
Michael, do you have access to those drafts? I've done like 64, so it's hard for me to find the ones from
Let's
yesterday.
see.
people need to know about Blake Corum. They know that
Oh, I can't believe it.
backup running backs aren't what they used to be 10, 15 years ago. And they're even getting more so than they were 5 years ago for being, like I said, a third down running back. That's become more obsolete now, like I said here in the last couple of
Dude,
years.
you're back in the
Yeah.
Matrix, bud.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get
Oh.
R2D2 over here. Yeah.
Well, I'll just stay here.
You'll just stay
Yeah,
there.
I can't find
right
those
here.
drafts, but I don't know if Michael can find them, but they're
I'm trying.
rough for
Oh
sure.
yeah, here we are.
I kind of don't want to hear them again. It's kind of traumatizing, to be honest with you.
You went Saquon at 11, London 14, Zay Flowers 35, Brees Hall, Montgomery, Christian Watson, Godwin, Jalen Warren, Josh Downs. Here's your QB situation because here's where it starts. Jordan Love, CJ Stroud. Then you went tight ends for 3 picks and Goddard, Gadsden, and Sadiq. Then my favorite pick of the whole draft, Geno Smith, Tank
Yeah, you didn't
Dell,
have to bring that up.
Jeremy Bernard. And if you didn't love Geno Smith enough, let's throw Tua into the mix in round 18.
Yeah.
Malik Davis and Zacchaeus.
I didn't like Stroud or Geno. Man, you said Stroud. Like,
Well, that's the bad news because those are two of his top 3 QBs.
But if you read when the QBs go off in the room, you'd be like, yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
pretty much
here.
had to.
Oh,
Allen went. I mean, this one wasn't too bad though. This one, Allen went 3rd round, Jackson 5th round. Then it was Burrow, Daniels. But here's where it got bad. 7th round went Prescott, May, Hurts, Williams, Lawrence. And then 8th round rolled back around, went Stafford, Dart, Herbert, Mahomes.
oh yeah, yeah.
Knicks went 20 picks above ADP in the 9th round. Purdy went.
You're pretty much dead in the water at that point down QB. You just
So-
had to, yeah.
So by round 10, you're staring at Love, Shuck, and Goff.
Yeah.
And like, if that's the one I'm thinking about, Baker was 1 pick away, unstacked. Darnold was 1 pick away, unstacked.
Let me find
Lamar
that one
was
because that
2
one.
picks away, unstacked. That one hurt.
Let me find that one because that one was bad.
That one hurt my soul.
Yeah, here's that one, and the QBs were crazy. Allen, 13th overall pick. May goes before Lamar in the 4th round. Then you have Lamar. Then it goes Prescott, Williams, Daniels, 6th round. Burrow, Herbert, Hurts. Let's see, T-Law, Stafford, Mahomes in the 8th round. Love goes at 98 here. Dart,
Which is like-
107.
It's like 15 picks early on Love.
I think
Yeah.
the problem was you got sniped on every pick. Baker goes 1 pick before you in the 11th round. Purdy goes 1 pick, I think, before you. Bryce gets pulled up like 20 spots to go in the 12th round before Daniel Jones.
Personally, on both those drafts, I think Stafford's getting drafted way too high.
Yeah, I agree too.
He's not
I mean,
going to do what he did last year. I mean, he could,
No.
even if he's somewhat close, it's still not worth it.
He needs to be more like the Baker range for me.
Yeah.
He's a guy I don't have a lot of, to be honest. I mean, I can look and see how many I have, but anyway, nobody really cares about my exposures and stuff. But I think we've talked long enough. It's about an hour. Again, we'll be dropping more shows. I think Michael and I don't know if Ben and Adam can join. Plan to go live on Fridays if we can to do some live drafting. We've done a couple of those and enjoyed them. So got some feedback from you guys. Again, real quick, if you want to check us out over at breakingboardsdfs.com, the QR code is up on your screen. Scan that. There's some tools you can go play with that are free. And if you want our rankings and our simulation numbers, you can purchase those for $10, a one-time charge. And it has a sheet on there that you can upload our ranks right into DraftKings. So easily $10, get in there and at least have some ranks for your drafts. Appreciate you all checking out the video. If you got anything out of it, drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for future notifications whenever we're dropping some content. You guys got anything else before we hop out of here?
Yep, I think we're good.
Very not well said, guys. Way to bring the energy there. All right,
I don't
we're
think I
gonna
can
hop out of here.
You guys tore me down.
The one time he can
Undefeated.
was the time that we didn't expect him to.
I lost both shows. Undefeated.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to have pick 11. And we'll see you guys in the next episode, but appreciate you guys being here, and we'll see you soon.